This video is how to make lo mein. I got the thickest noodles I could find. I got the heat on high. I'm going to boil these noodles for 10 minutes at least. Add about a couple of tablespoons of vegetable oil to that also. I should have put them out when it was boiling already. Just make sure to keep stirring it, especially once it's boiling. Here's the ingredients I'm going to be putting into the noodles. I got a little bok choy. I'm going to use all these green onions, just a little bit of it. Bell pepper, onion. Got a really sharp knife for the Faberware one. I got this at a different store, but the produce I got at Walmart. I have no way to hold the camera, but I've been trimming up these, the stuff I'm going to put in there. Turn the heat down to like low-high heat. And add a little more of the vegetable oil. You want about 2 to 4 tablespoons, depending on how many noodles you're using. If you're using like a whole packet of thick spaghetti noodles, at least 2 to 4 tablespoons. I got a pack and a half in here. I probably used at least 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Just letting those cook. I don't have the traditional lo mein noodles, but these work. Then I got some sauces. I got sesame seed oil put away. I just got all these from Walmart too. Hoisin Sauce, teriyaki sauce, and soy sauce. It's mostly teriyaki sauce, some of this other sauce. I got some of this diced up. You want bigger chunks? I just cut the onion in half after cutting the outside layer off, and then I just do a plus sign to get these bigger chunks. You want to cross that way and that way. Some bigger chunks. Just unravel into the pot once the noodles are done cooking. I probably need to chop up a little more lo mein. I mean, a little more bok choy to add to it. I got the green onions are cut into smaller pieces here. And then the bell peppers are bigger pieces also. Here's the sesame seed oil I got. I usually leave this leafy stuff out. Kind of gets a little mushy if it's steamed too much. I'd recommend like a couple of minutes of steaming. I like just using the chunks with a little green on it like that. Maybe that the most. And save this for animals or something. Salad. Oh yeah, I forgot to say on the green onion, I'll leave a lot of this leafier stuff out. I just use like the up to the where it starts getting leafy. And got those pieces there, some more big pieces of bell pepper and onion, some bok choy. I chopped up some more. I like it like that. There's just either that or Napa cabbage, like similar sized pieces. And bell pepper and the onion, similar sized pieces. Now the onion, I haven't unraveled it, but once I do, it'll look like chunks like that. I mean, a little bit smaller ones with the inside pieces. Okay, I got the noodles draining in a strainer. I'm gonna put them back in and dump this stuff right into there with it, and then start measuring out these sauces. I'm thinking a couple tablespoons, or maybe like 4 to 6. I'll say 6 of this, probably like a half a cup of that at least, and probably like 6 tablespoons of that, maybe 10 at the most, and half a cup of the teriyaki sauce. At first, I want to put in some of this sesame seed oil. Try to measure it out and hold the camera. I don't know if I'll be able to. A tablespoon, maybe like 2 at the most. I don't know. Let's put in before putting the stuff in so it cooks the bottom. I'm a wok and it's got this pot, but it works. And pot also. Yeah, I got that set on. Put the noodles right back in. I'm gonna dump all this stuff in out the. I guess I did alright job by not putting the camera down, so I need to break up these pieces of onion now. I might put the other half of the onion in, probably. And you want to stir that occasionally and just keep your heat on off. Okay, I got that all mixed up. I use about 4 more tablespoons of the Hoisin sauce. You want to mix it really well and just let it steam up like 5 minutes, maybe 3 to 5 minutes. That's about done. I've steamed it up. I just let it cook with the heat. So I got the oven off. Heat of the noodles and stuff. It steams up. That way the vegetables aren't all wilty and limp and not as crisp. I'm about to put some on a plate and I'll show you what it looks like. I don't have any chopsticks. I tossed them at some point, but this is what it looks like afterwards. It's really thick stuff. I should have separated the onion a little more, but usually I do. Usually I just pull them apart. Maybe these ones just stick back together. That's what my lo mein looks like. Tastes super good. I put a little bit more of that Hoisin sauce also. But with chopsticks, this is way easier to eat these pieces. They're bigger. And just steam it with the heat of the vegetables in the pan without putting more heat on it. It steams it just right after about 5 minutes. Well, hope you liked the video and try it out yourself. If you need to add more sauce, like the teriyaki or the Hoisin or the sesame seed oil or soy sauce, just add a little more at a time. Maybe like a tablespoon at a time. But, yeah, this tastes great. The noodles, just regular thick spaghetti noodles, they turn out really good after boiling about 10 minutes or so. And the flavor is awesome.